This is the eversion to inversion step. So we're going to use a heel wedge for this. The foot position on the wedge is going to be our big toe and our second toe up on the side of the wedge here, as well as our first metatarsal joint, okay? First and second joint, but that first joint, you find that ball joint right behind your big toe. Those are going to be up on the wedge, okay? And your other three toes are just going to be on the ground, okay? So what I'm going to do here is, once I get set up with my foot position, I'm going to take basically a lateral step. In this case, if my left foot's on the wedge to my right, we're not trying to go all the way into a deep lateral lunge here. That's not the point of this exercise. Just think about like a three-quarters of the way towards where you'd step to get into a lateral lunge. What we want to do is step, and then we do want to shift our weight over here, but what we're going for is we're keeping this big toe and this heel in contact with the wedge and the ground while I think about rolling that foot outward, or what's called supinating. So I want to think about rolling my ankle outward, but I want to keep big toe and heel contact, and that wedge is going to allow that to happen. So find my position, take a step, okay? As I shift over, I think about connecting that toe and heel and just rolling, and what you're going to feel is a pretty aggressive opening stretching through that front and lateral part of the ankle, okay? So that's the first move. Step over, find that kind of right hip, and then really just push that foot, supinate that foot out with that big toe and heel contact. From there, I'm going to use the momentum of this to step diagonally and behind me while keeping this heel in contact and this big toe in contact. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to do basically like a curtsy lunge here. I'm going to rotate my pelvis forward as I drop this back knee as far as I can, with keeping this heel contact, this big toe, and just thinking about opening this knee up, okay? So done fluently, it's gonna look like this. Step, find that right hip just a little bit while I really roll that left ankle outward, keeping that big toe and heel contact. Drive, find that curtsy, rotate. Once I've rotated forward, I drop the knee, staying in my heel, and pushing this knee out. Do another rep. Supinate, push off, find this position, rotate, drop that knee, keep this heel and toe, and this knee out, okay? As you get better, if at first you can't drop that knee all the way down in the curtsy, that's okay. You'll get better and be able to really sit through it as you go. This is the eversion to inversion step.